Hey everybody! Today I'm going to do a comprehensive review of my RAM Xgrip Phablet mount. So I've had the RAM Phablet mount for over a year now. I actually installed it the beginning of last summer, and I did do a video on the install on my Honda CBR250 if you're interested in seeing how that went, and that was again with the stem mount. There's different systems that you can use with the RAM mount. You can do all kinds of different mounting spots on your bike. I chose to do the stem mount just because on the CBR there was not a lot of room to put it anywhere else without really having to undo a lot of the other spots on my bars, which I really wasn't interested in doing. So I did choose to do the stem mount. I'm going to talk a little bit about how that went and how that has held up for me over the past year. I'm going to say right off the bat, I purchased the RAM Xgrip from a GPS store in Calgary, Canada, and it was actually one of the better priced spots in Canada, so that's why I went with them. And also the other thing too is I did want to just be really clear that I purchased the product. It was not given to me. They don't sponsor me or anything like that. So the review that I'm going to do is based on me having purchased and used it as a everyday consumer. And so out of 5 stars, I actually think I'll give it about a 4.75 out of 5 stars. And the reason that I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 right off the money was there's just a couple little things that I would like to see a little bit different about it. But overall, it's a really solid product and I've really not had any issues with it. So I will talk a little bit about some of the challenges that I did have initially when I very first installed it and what I did to overcome that. I've never been down this way. It's kind of cool. I'm not really sure what to expect. There's the lake. I'm just going to turn my bike off here too, and let's just do a little chat quickly about the Xgrip. So as you can see, I've got my phone on here right now, and super sturdy. It's lined up perfectly with my bars. If I want to move it around though, or I want to have my phone upwards like this, I can totally do that. So again, the product was purchased by myself, and I did purchase it last year, so it's been on my bike for about a year now, and at least about 10,000 riding kilometers I've put on it. So it's not like it's brand new. I've definitely put it through the paces. There's no doubt about that. So just taking my phone off right there, you can see how easy that was, and I'm going to show you that again, how to get your phone back on there and everything, just how simple it is even if you're wearing your gloves. Now the RAM mount here, like I said, I purchased it in Canada. It was relatively okay priced, a little more expensive than I'd like to pay, but given how sturdy of a product it's been, I don't mind paying for a quality product. Now you can get these for all kinds of different phones, GPSs, different sizes. So really, depending on what you need it for, there are so many different choices for you. Now, one thing you do need to do is you kind of have to do picking and choosing as to what kinds of things you want. And for myself, like I said, I have a phablet phone, so I needed something that would fit a phablet. And I went with the Xgrip, and it is actually for the phablet phone. So you can see it's really nice and big. And it also came with a teether. And this is like a rubber stretchy teether. So when you put your phone in there, you actually stretch this over the corners of your phone, and it will help to secure your phone in the grip a little bit better so that it doesn't get loosened and go flying out. I have never ever had my phone come loose. I've never had my phone go flying off using this product. Now I'm going to show you what happens here is you buy a different kind of setup depending on what your own needs are. So in this particular case, I'm just going to undo this one just to show it to you guys. What happens here is you can see there are a couple of different little ball mount systems here. So like I said, went with the stem mount, and this is the stem piece that gets inserted into the stem of your bike. And I like this for the CBR. You can see there's not really a lot of room to mount anything else on here on the bars unless you want to try to Mickey Mouse something in here or undo this, and I just decided to go with the stem mount and I love it. So putting the stem mount in required an Allen key. There is the install video. Here's the link posted here and also on my end screen and also in the description down below if you want to have a look at it. And I have had really good luck with it. I need to tidy that up here a little bit. So initially when I first put the stem mount in, I don't believe I tightened it up enough with the little Allen screw here, and so I did have to retighten it. After about 4,000 clicks, it was starting to lift up and this piece was starting to come out of the stem a little bit, but once I tightened it up again, it has been absolutely fine. So you can rotate it in here if you want to move the way that the mount goes, and it still stays in here very solidly. Now you can see here, you might be able to see that this actually has been worn down a little bit, so it has stripped it a bit. The Allen still works in it, but that is another thing that I wasn't super thrilled about, is I think this here should have been a harder metal so that you don't accidentally strip it quite as much, because at this point if I need to continue to tighten it, if it starts to come out of the stem a little bit, that might end up getting a little challenging with it being stripped like that. So you can see the stem comes with a ball piece, and then you need to pick a component that fits on that ball piece so that it can fit onto the grip. And there's all kinds of different angle pieces and sizes, so you just need to make sure that the size that you pick will go with the ball on the mounting system that you purchase. I think this one was like a 2-inch piece that I went with, because I didn't want this really high up. I also didn't want it too low. I'm pretty happy with this on my bike. It works pretty good. So this system here clips right onto the ball, and then this piece here tightens up once you have the other ball piece in. And quite honestly, I didn't really think this would work that well. I thought it would move around a lot more than it does. It totally does not. So once you have the two ball pieces in here, you just have to tighten it wherever you want it, and it actually stays in there really, really, really well. To get your phone in here, all you need to do is open up the Xgrip, place your phone wherever you want it, and I tend to place it a little bit more to the left so that I can use the volume buttons here when I'm listening to music. And then you just bring your teether up right around the corners, like so, around your phone. I usually only do the 3 corners so that I have access to plug in my earbuds into my phone right there. So this is it. That is it in a nutshell. I'm going to actually bring it down a little bit because I like to have my phone facing downwards a little bit more, like that. Tighten it up again. And there it is. There's my Xgrip Phablet phone mount, and it has been really excellent over a year. I'm very happy with it. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. Again, if it was, leave me a comment down below, and if you have any questions about the product you think I can answer, let me know and I'll do my best to help you out. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.